Hey folks, there's new technology in hearing aids. My name's Tom Bryan. I started Top Notch Hearing, and we can now, through this new system, offer them to you at great low prices. Does your family complain about your hearing? If so, let me ask you this. Do you have trouble when there's any kind of background noise? It doesn't matter if it's TV or music or groups of people, and it's not that you can't hear them, it's that you can't understand what they're saying. Well, if so, then there's a good chance that you have a high frequency hearing loss, and it's by far the most common type of hearing loss, but it's also one of the most frustrating because you can hear, you just can't understand what it is that they're saying, and that's what's so frustrating about it. The reason for this is that when we have a high frequency hearing loss, you can hear the background noises as good as people with normal hearing. In fact, you hear the background noise so well that it drowns out the person that's right in front of you, the person that you're trying to hear. So let me explain. You see, we hear a range of frequencies from low pitch, low frequency sounds to very high pitch, high frequency sounds and everything in between. And these low pitch, low frequency sounds, while we can't see them, these are very large sound waves, and they're very powerful, and they'll travel long distances and they go through walls. Where the higher frequencies, they oscillate very quickly, and because of that, they don't have the energy to travel long distances. And the reason that's important in speech is that in these low frequencies, that's where the vowel sounds carry, and that's where we get our perception of loudness, where our clarity and understanding carries in these higher frequencies. So a good way to think of it is if I was to say the word me or he or she or we, the E sound carries in those low frequencies, and the consonant sounds, the H, the H in he, that's what carries in these higher frequency sounds. And so when we develop a hearing loss, generally the high frequencies are the first thing to go, and they generally go faster than, at a faster rate than the low frequencies. So with a hearing loss that's like this, you will hear people, but you won't understand what they're saying. And then when you're in a loud, noisy room, remember how I was talking about how those low frequency sounds, how they travel long distances? If you're in a crowded restaurant, you will hear someone on the other side of the restaurant. You'll hear them, you won't understand what they're saying, but the reason that you're hearing them is those low frequencies are traveling that long distance. So with the hearing loss where you have a high frequency hearing loss, but your low frequencies are still relatively good, you're hearing all that background noise as good as anybody, as good as someone with normal hearing, but you're hearing all of that so loud and so well that it's drowning out the consonant sounds of someone who's right in front of you. So you'll sit there and you'll hear them, you'll know they're talking, but you're struggling and you're straining, you're like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? I can't hear you. And it's just simply because those low frequencies, you're missing, the low frequencies are drowning out those high frequencies. So what can you do about it? Well, until recently, not a lot. I mean, hearing aids helped, but most people still struggled in those noisy environments. And because hearing aids had earned the reputation of being just, kind of so-so at best, that's why our hearing aids are so great, because for most people, like 80% of you, we finally have a fantastic solution to your biggest problem. Now, I know a lot of you are saying like, oh yeah, I've heard this before. And I get it. I mean, a few years ago, I would have been right there with you. I mean, most of the last 25 years, I've been the guy telling people to not get the most expensive products because you could get 80 to 90% of the benefit for half the price. But that's not the way it is today. There's a huge difference today between the top-notch performance and the third-tier technology. And there's a very noticeable difference from the top-notch technology to a second-tier product. Listen, we're so confident you'll love the way you hear that not only are we offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee, I mean, everybody does that, but we're so confident that we're going to pay you an extra $100 just as our way of saying, sorry, we let you down, because we sincerely believe that if you can't hear better with these hearing aids, then hearing aids can't help you. Now there is a catch. I mentioned earlier that we have the best solution for about 80% of you. And so we have to verify that your hearing loss is one that we feel confident that we can work with and we can help. And again, that's going to be about 80% of you, but it all starts with a conversation. So if this sounds good to you, then click on the link below, It's going to take you to a page where you can get some more information about our products and about our services, and it'll go over our pricing for you as well. But it will also have a place on there where you can schedule an appointment to speak with me, and we can start the conversation. It'll be very helpful if you have a copy of your hearing test results prior to the call, but it's not necessary. And don't worry, it's not a high pressure sales call in disguise. I mean, I hate those things. It's just a chance for us to get to know each other and to see if we're a good fit. If you like what you hear, we can start the process, and within a week or two, we'll have you hearing better than you have in years. So this is Tom Bryant with Top Notch Hearing. I really appreciate your time, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.